This is called Mirror Lake, and it is a part of the Norfolk Botanical Garden. One theory suggests that it is the neglected part of the garden, reflecting the politics of the administration, while another theory suggests that it is a rarely used part of the garden, so why spend the funds there? As far as I'm concerned, I'm glad that it is the way it is. The walking paths around the lake are well maintained, and the rest has been left in its natural state. It's good enough for me. I enjoy walking around this lake, Mirror Lake, and reflecting on many subjects as I do. Today I was reflecting on my life and the lives of others. All conjecture, mind you, so you are going to have to think for yourself. But I believe that life is lived in segments, in phases if you will. The first phase, 0 to 5, is a time of transition from the last lifetime to this lifetime. Yes, I believe in reincarnation. I also believe strongly in karma. I don't think you can simply wash away your evil ways. You will eventually pay for every evil act that you have committed, especially against others. Of course, to be responsible for your own action is not something a lot of people can take very easily, so they align themselves to philosophies where they don't have to be responsible for their own behavior. Anyway, let's move on. The 0 to 5 is a time to forget about the past and to absorb the present. As for me, I believe that my past life was very brief, about 6 or 7 years. I fell, died, and came back as the son of Webster and Elsa. I, for the most part, did well in forgetting, for the most part, my previous life. From 5 to 10 years old or so, it is a time of learning from your parents and other adults. It is also a time of introduction via school for many, how to react and how to play with others. From 10 to 15 or so, it is a time of self-discovery and self-satisfaction. It is a time for concrete identification for many. For others, it's a time of fear and self-loathing, depending on their parents and their parents' influence. Unfortunately, many parents are very good at passing along their own sense of fear and hate, and that's a shame. From 15 to 25, it's all about education. It's a great time. If the strings to parental influences were successfully detached, then it is a very healthy period of awakening, a time of development in being who and what you are, a time of fulfillment. Especially if you have taken advantage of the advice and wisdom of all the sages that have gone on before you. Oh yeah, between 15 and 25 it is a time of marriage, companionship, and procreation. It is a time of preparation for life and living. It is an exciting time, and with the proper indoctrination, it is a time of reassurance of who and what you are and the person you wish to be. That is a time of fulfillment of all the prerequisites of being you. 25 to 45-year-old time is a great time for preparation. At age 45 or around 50, you should no longer be enslaved to the pursuit of money, and you should not be working for anyone or anything. Starting at age 50, it is all about the me time. It should be a start of enlightenment. You should have severed all ties to philosophies, dogma, and lifestyles of little or no value. You should be developing your own. It should be a time devoted entirely to your creativity and your pursuit of self and self-satisfaction. To many, it is a time devoted entirely to their pursuit of happiness through their creation and creations. The poet, the writer, the artist, the architect, the scientist, the researcher, the teacher, the philanthropist, the gardener, the doctor, the photographer. You become the true you, not to please others or for applause, but to be the best that you can be with the resources that you have. If at age 60, 70, 80, you're still working for money, someone else, or in pursuit of the will of others, then you didn't do it right. You screwed up that 15 to 25-year period and followed the advice of others and not yourself. Look, As I've said before, the only concerns you should have after age 45 should be a place to sleep, enough to eat, a reliable means of transportation, warmth, and shelter. Everything else should be about who you are, what you do, and your pursuit of happiness. That's it. For me, it is simple. Be kind to others. Ask for forgiveness because I have made many errors. Take pictures. Make silly videos. Make others smile, even at my own expense. Be physically comfortable, have enough to eat, and really nurture and have good friends. What you think of me is your prerogative. What I think of me is what is important. I am who I am. In my next lifetime, I need not remember this one, but I do need to be better. For today, I want to live my life saying that I am, and do so without compromise. As for you, you must think for yourself, and if it makes you happy, ignore every single thing that I have said so far. In the meantime, please allow me to share some of the pictures I shot today at Mirror Lake.